have ruled his death as suicide. He was a bit of a transient. I think he came from Melbourne and he went up to Byron Bay, and he was travelling in his van, and he had pretty much was living out of his van, and he was just out of Byron Bay. I think he spoke to his mum the day before his disappearance, and he seemed pretty fine. His friends say that, he was taking drugs like LSD or marijuana or both, and that he was moody and crying, and his mum reckons that he sounded quite fine, and he was also very vocal, and he didn't really have a filter. So she believes that he would have said, if he was feeling that way, he would have told her. But anyway, where his van was, it was found to be ransacked, destroyed inside, even to the point where foam was ripped apart from the seats. Stuff was stolen from there, and someone had actually called his parents wanting to buy the van, and that is what sparked their anguish, because they're like, well, where is Jackson? And so they alerted the police, who I think it was... I don't know what it was now, 4 weeks later or something, the police found his remains so far from the van here, and then down here somewhere, 100 and something meters, his body was under a tree with a knife in his chest. The police ruled it as a suicide, which knives in chests, right, is usually a very uncommon and rare form of suicide. Like, that's a very rare way to suicide. The police... they say it's a suicide. The family is saying otherwise. They're saying this does not sound like Jackson. He wasn't suicidal. And the fact that his van was ransacked, things stolen, his phone was stolen. Apparently his phone was stolen because it wasn't found with him he took it everywhere with him. Like most people, your phone never leaves your side, and he was like that. So... when the geodata from the phone started showing that up near Byron, it's travelling along and pinging, and I think it went up to Grafton somewhere, or Lismore, I can't remember, I think it was one of them, then it's gone back to Byron, and then it's just switched off. That raised concerns, obviously. I think they said something like either Jackson was with that person, or they might have been, that might have been the time when something happened to Jackson, and then the phone's been taken somewhere else. But it's just strange, because on the 60 Minutes program that was recently on, I watched it, and so his mum had gone out to his death scene, where he was found under that tree, and she had come across one of his teeth. So she sent it off. Obviously it was verified that it was his. So the police came back out there, I think, to do more searching, and they found 3 more finger bones. And they just, her and her husband, or Jackson's father, don't believe that this case, was thoroughly investigated by police. Apparently his skull was found so many meters away from his body. There's a former homicide detective who had actually stated that that's quite normal, for if wildlife come along, they can actually scatter remains around. But the fact that he had, when the police found him, a knife in his chest is just strange. So let's have a look. Now, I just want to say there may be, some irrelevant cards. There's like 144 cards in these. It may come out as irrelevant, some of these things. I really would like to see the knife stabbed one and see if there's a perpetrator, or if this was a suicide. As we want to find out what happened to him. What happened to Jackson Stacker? What happened to him, please? There's the forest bushland. I think this is just telling us, he was found in the bush, in not so much a bushland, but it was rural property, bush area. And they're just confirming that, yes, he's passed. We already know his body has been retrieved. But we need to know, well, they're just saying he died in the bush. That's what they're saying. going by where his body was found, it's not like he was dragged down there. It's like he was actually, he was either killed by his own hands or somebody else there at that site with the tree. Wow, look at this. Misadventure lost. Did he run off? Was he hallucinating? You know, his friends have said he was on LSD and marijuana, and he didn't really, marijuana and drugs just did not really take well. He didn't take well to it. Apparently he was crying, he was moody the week before this happened, but his mum said the day before, I'm pretty sure, his disappearance, he rang her and he was in completely good spirits. He didn't sound off or anything. He said he was the happiest he'd ever been. Oh, I don't know, guys. We don't know. But is this what happened? Did he just take off in the day or the night, whatever? The weapon was left behind, and it's, I think, even rarer for a killer to leave a weapon behind, but we don't know. We don't know. If someone panicked, they might have ran. Travel. And it says held captive, hiding, locked away, hidden. I don't know what that's referring to. Okay, that may be irrelevant, but let's just have a look. What's going on with Jackson Stacker, please? Jackson. Oh, gosh. Hang on a minute, guys. Just going to get this Jackson Stacker. We've got natural causes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What? Unknown to police, not in the system, clean record. Does this tell me it's not a criminal? Is it him? Did he actually do this? Could he have done this to himself? Drowning in water. Now, drowning, obviously he wasn't, well, I don't know if he was in a puddle or anything under the tree, but it may have been, if it's in his chest, that he did end up drowning in his blood. Okay, from that. All right, let's see what else is going on here. There's a large group of people. June. Yeah, look, thief. Theft, thief, robber, mouse. There might have been quite a few people that had, you know, that he may have been acquainted with or ran into, that knew about his van. I don't know, but it may have come across his van. Because look at this. I don't know what date it was now. I'd have to go back to the article. But yes, we know that his phone was taken. We know that his, and if that phone that they found, you know, on the 60 Minutes program, where they found a mobile phone, is that his phone or someone else's phone? Did someone take his phone? Because we saw the geo data going up to Grafton, etc. and it's gone back there, and now there was a phone at the crime scene, at the death scene. Did the police miss that initially, or was it placed there afterwards? But we do know that stuff was taken from his van, and I think people sold it or something, probably for drugs. Guilty knowledge did the act. Crime of passion, rage. Family. Yeah, so I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it with these cards. I want to have a look at these ones now. Oops, gosh. The Knight of Pentacles shows a guy in the bush, barefoot, on his own, under the tree. I don't know, guys. I'm really lost with this. I would have sworn there was a perpetrator. Okay, show me the next card. If there's more than one person in the next card, we do know that someone may have been with him at the time of his death. Ace means number one. Was it just him on his own? Oh my God, guys, look at this. I know it's a female, but look at the knife and look at the one person by that tree. And look, there's one person. Well, I know there's a little dwarf, but that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just really quite shocked. I swear it was going to say there was a perpetrator. People dancing. This is on the rural property. This is someone's home property. It's not to say that he didn't have people initially with him. It's just so weird his phone was taken. Did he not have, did he just fled from the van, his van, under some kind of psychosis or hallucination or something, and do this to himself? And did someone just, happen to come across his phone and steal his phone? Because they're all people usually. I mean, I know there's two people there, but I'm not really, that's just telling me the homeland, someone's land. I don't believe it was somebody that owned the land that did this to him. I just don't get that idea at all. Look, there's the knife. Oh, gosh, guys. Yeah, there's the man on his own. At night, on their own. Maybe it was a nighttime thing. I don't know, really. Yeah, all on their own. All on their own. It's just so bizarre. Please tell me, Spirit, what's going on with this case? This is so bizarre. I would have thought there might have been somebody there on their own. Oh, my God, look. A person with a knife right near the tree on their own. And this happened very quickly, very quickly. Very fast. I don't know if these are going to make sense now. Most of these things here planned. No, these are not making any sense at all. So I just, I feel like I'm done with those ones now. I feel like, once again, on their own. Amongst, like, the Empress is usually the lush land as well. It's beautiful things. And then we do have two people under a tree on this one. But once again, one person under the tree. I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? I know it sounds sus when you're listening to it. The Hanged Man can sometimes reference a suicide. I don't think he may have really, in his right mind, would have wanted to end his own life. The Wheel. Oh, gosh, sorry about that. That's falling on the ground now. Two of Pentacles, a person under the tree on their own. I'm really quite surprised about this. Yeah, there's the beautiful lush land. There's the pickup truck ute, but once again, I just don't know if that's relevant. Unless someone who stole his stuff has a pickup truck and a ute. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really just don't know if there is a perpetrator that actually killed him. It is so sus because, I mean, it sounds so sus is what I mean. It sounds so sus. When I first heard it, I thought, bullshit. There's no way in the world he did this on his own. There's just no way. Who does this, Who goes and runs off in the bush and stabs themselves in the chest? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And, I mean, if that's not his phone that they found right where his body was, then it could tell you someone was definitely there. Well, it's just so bizarre. So bizarre. But I have to, yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking at these cards thinking, holy crap, like this person here. I feel like there are people that definitely did the wrong thing and took his belongings and wrecked his van. I definitely feel that happened. I'm not sure if there was someone else with him. Just a person on their own in the woods, right, under the tree there. There's just a person on their own in most of these cards here. Yeah, and I don't even feel that's relevant. A boat. There's no boat there. I think that's pretty much all I've got on this right now. I do feel like there's more to learn about this case regarding who took his phone and did they put it back at the crime scene where he, you know, like, it's a bit strange if his phone's gone wandering around and then has landed back where his body was, though. That doesn't mean someone's killed him, but it just makes you wonder if some people have some kind of knowledge. Did they chase him off into the bush and then he did that, you know? I don't know. I don't know. It just shows to me a person under the tree on their own. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about it. Yeah, once again, that's coming up. I don't think that's relevant. I really just don't feel that. It's so bizarre, you know, because I was actually going to, well, I actually might still do a spirit session on it. And it just shows me kind of like the mum and the son, isn't it, really? Or the grandmother and the son. That's where his life ended. The world's all about endings, completion. And his life ended under that tree. It's just so sad. It's so sad. So sad. And that's the mum there. They're obviously wanting more answers, the parents. You know, they don't think this is... They just don't really feel this is a suicide. Yeah. It's strange. It is strange, I guess. I'm not really feeling anything on the cards now I'm pulling out. I'm not feeling anything. Nope, I'm not feeling anything. So that's probably the reading right now, guys. It's not a huge reading today. Everything's kind of irrelevant coming out. But it's just so bizarre. And an accident, was it an accident? Like, you know, did he do this under some kind of hallucination, not knowing he was actually killing himself? Is that what happened? You know, could that be what happened? Yeah, they're all irrelevant cards. So I don't think there's anything else that I can really pull out here. Yeah, I just don't know about it. Don't know. I'm wondering if he was under the influence of something. Yeah, there's someone in the woods on their own. Page of Wands. Is it the Page of Wands? The Emperor. I don't know, guys. I'm really not feeling it. I'm going to stop it there. What do you think if you know about this case? Because I'm telling it's strange. I seriously came into this thinking for sure I was going to be told there was a perpetrator. I was even thinking, and I was trying not to put my bias on it, that, you know, oh, there's definitely got to be a perpetrator. Come on. But these cards here just threw me just then. Misadventure lost. Natural causes, stabbed, sharp weapon. I don't know, guys. Let us know what you think. I may do a spirit session on this later. Love and blessings, guys.